Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you tuning into this webinar. My name is Tomás Arenas, and I am the Vice President of Global Marketing at Atacama Bio Natural Products. Our company is based in Chile, and we culture Haematococcus pluvialis to produce Astaxanthin products. In collaboration with Fermenta Biotech Limited, our exclusive distributor in the Indian subcontinent, we will share this presentation called Astaxanthin, a must-know science. Without further ado, let's begin. First, this will be the outline of the presentation. We will touch on 4 main points to build up knowledge about Astaxanthin: knowing what it is, understanding how different and unique it is, what science says about it, and the story and value proposition of Atacama Bio Natural and Fermenta Biotech. Finally, we will conclude that this wonderful molecule can be called a harbinger of health. So what is Astaxanthin? Astaxanthin is a carotenoid, and which is an organic pigment, classified as a xanthophyll, which just means yellow leaves. It has oxygen-containing components, an hydroxyl group that you could see here, and a ketone group that you could see also here. And this is also true for other carotenoids like zeaxanthin and canthaxanthin. And like many other carotenoids, astaxanthin is lipid soluble. And its color, which is dark red, is due to the extended chain of conjugated double bonds in its body. It's a chiron molecule, which means that it has different configuration in space, and the specific configuration can be, you can think about it like how a left and a right hand interact differently with a left and a hand glove. The natural astaxanthin from Haematococcus pluvialis has a very specific chirality called enantiomer. You can see here this slide also that the other source of natural astaxanthin is the Pfaffia yeast. And you could note that the concentration stated in parts per million, ppm, it's about 10,000. Haematococcus pluvialis can have a concentration up to 50,000, sorry. For us, human beings and animals, we cannot synthesize naturally astaxanthin. We have to take it in our food. So these are different sources from where we can take it, either microalgae, yeast, or other foods like shrimp, krill, or salmons. And the point here is that if you want to have a high dose of astaxanthin, or actually a good enough dose to have health benefits, you'll have to eat a lot of salmon or krill or shrimp. That's why Haematococcus pluvialis is the source of choice. Okay, let's have a first glance at the unique characteristics of astaxanthin. Here's a comparison against other antioxidants, all the column here on the left, in what is called the singlet oxygen quenching, and against other carotenoids here in the right column in what's called the free radical scavenging. You can see here that against things like vitamin C, astaxanthin can be up to 6,000 times stronger and 5,000 times stronger than vitamin E. Against other carotenoids, it's up to 54 times stronger than beta carotene, or 21 times stronger than synthetic astaxanthin. So first takeaway here is that the antioxidant effect is considerably higher against other competitors in the segment. Now we'll get into the most fascinating characteristic of astaxanthin. The molecule has polar ends and an hydrophobic body. This means that it allows the molecule to permeate and expand the cellular membrane. It can get inside this protection layer of the cells and stay there. This is different for other compounds. They will either stay inside, like beta carotene here, stay outside, like vitamin C, or just be on one of the sides, like vitamin E. So this is one of the key characteristics of astaxanthin, and which will make its powerful effect to help your body. So being an unsurpassable defender against oxidation and being able to stay within the cellular membrane the presence of astaxanthin in the body acts as a potent anti-inflammatory. It is both the antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that will result in a wide variety of health benefits that we will see in detail in a couple of minutes. Some additional unique characteristics of astaxanthin are: it can cross the blood-brain barrier and the blood-retinal barrier, which are natural obstacles for protecting these two vital organs from foreign substances. It never becomes a pro-oxidant, like a vitamin E and its precursor beta-carotene at high doses. It has been proven to be completely safe, no toxic and no adverse effects with even doses up to 48 milligrams a day. As a reference, the maximum dosage allowed in the US is 12 milligrams and 8 milligrams in Europe. So as you can see, and you can tell, these characteristics are not true for all the other antioxidants, like vitamin C and E, CoQ10, and other carotenoids, like lutein and beta-carotene. In sum, astaxanthin has unique characteristics that makes it stand out from all other antioxidants and carotenoids. It is the perfect antioxidant to keep in check the natural oxidative conditions of the body, plus any other external source of oxidation, a true harbinger of health. Now, what does science says about astaxanthin? There's extensive research done with astaxanthin. Only in PubMed, there are 2,631 studies on the molecule, and a total of 56 clinical studies in humans. It is worth noting that almost all of these studies have been made with astaxanthin from Haematococcus pluvialis microalgae. There are times that advocates for other sources of astaxanthin, they use this information reported with microalgal astaxanthin to support their claims. In the literature, we can count roughly up to 10 areas of interest with astaxanthin. The antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, are actually what originates the powers of astaxanthin. The other benefits are a consequence of both. And as you can see, they're very specific, yet completely distributed in the body. You can see eye health, brain health, immunity, skin health, cardiovascular health, fertility, anti-aging effect, and sports and maintenance. Some of these benefits result in changes that the consumer can actually note in their everyday life, something that they could tell that something is happening. Other carotenoids in the segment are very function specific, like lutein, for example, that it's targeted for eye health. Again, we see how special astaxanthin is and why we call it a harbinger of health. In India, popularity for astaxanthin comes from its benefit on skin and eye health, as well as for fertility. This creates a space to promote and educate on a good number of other visible benefits: energy boost and performance, sports nutrition, cardiovascular health. Remember that astaxanthin is a supplement you can feel. That those credits go for my colleague and friend Bob Capelli and his book with the same name. And please also note that the dosages varies a little bit in order to achieve those different benefits. Levels of consumption of supplements and as well as astaxanthin, they hit a new high during the COVID pandemic. So what is the current knowledge about astaxanthin and its relationship with immunity regulation? So far, there are two key takeaways. When the body detects pathogens, it creates a high output of white blood cells. Then reactive oxygen species, ROS, are simultaneously produced, causing membrane damage and tissue destruction. This reactive species will in turn hamper the production of white blood cells. Astaxanthin has been shown to set conditions for optimal white blood cell production. And the second one is that during later stages of viral infections, the immune system response can overreact and cause an uncontrolled release of pro-inflammatory signal molecules. This is called the cytokine storm, which can lead to a systemic inflammation and even organ failure. Astaxanthin, which is a powerful antioxidant, can help combat local inflammation and reduce the presence of pro-inflammatory cytokines. Now, let's dive into the story behind NatAxtin, Atacama's branded ingredient for astaxanthin range of products. Our value proposal is very straightforward. We sustainably produce astaxanthin as nature intended. And we take advantage of two key factors in our location in the Atacama Desert in the north of Chile. The first one is that Atacama is the driest desert in the world, which turns out to be a factor for a pristine atmosphere and almost non-existent contamination sources. Also, Atacama has the highest solar radiation in the world, which is the main stressor for Haematococcus pluvialis to produce astaxanthin. That astaxanthin needs to be as strong as the harsh environment that the microalgae has to endure. Having also access to clean groundwater, we have devised and developed a sustainable, low carbon footprint, proprietary process that is SGS certified and NAXA approved. We're currently working on installing our own solar power plant to go even greener. In this slide, you can see some products in the market that are currently using NatAxtin astaxanthin. It is worth noting that there are several uses for our oleoresin, for example, soft gels, some keto products, and cosmetics. Customers report the exact same benefits that has been studied in literature: better vision, sunburn protection, and pain relief. And a very important point is that being a natural product, customers highly value where it is from and how it is made. The range of applications is very broad. You can consider standard soft gels capsules as a dietary supplement, or develop functional foods, let's say for specific diets like the keto diet, or beverages like for sports people or hikers. Cosmetics is also a very something that's very developed in countries like Japan, where you can find face and body creams, serums, and lip balms. The formats that we provide, plus the constant technical support through Fermenta Biotech, allows you to explore and develop your choice of product with this wonderful molecule, a harbinger of health. Some closing remarks. Addressing the challenges from the Indian market's perspective, I can tell the following points. Astaxanthin provides visible benefits, and it's recognized as the king of carotenoids, standing apart from other alternatives in the class. And although in India, it is perceived more like as a multivitamin or multimineral rather than a standalone molecule, as it is in the rest of the world, the ingredient is wonderful by itself or in combination with our compounds. It will result in significant improvements to have astaxanthin as part of your daily diet. Benefits usually come in after 2 to 4 weeks of supplementation. And remember, this is a supplement you can feel. Wonderful astaxanthin, a harbinger of health. Thank you for your attention, and please contact Fermenta Biotech for any inquiry. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.